We talk about being one all the time. And we always like to tell people that are looking at our team that we're not just a team, we're a family. I would say that we're probably one of the closest dance teams in the country. We all live together voluntarily on the same street on campus, even the dorms. So I don't really know why we don't get tired of each other. We see each other 24/7, but we all love each other so much, and that really has translated into our dancing too. One thing that we talk a lot about with mental health is the performance anxiety with dance, especially because our sport only has one competition a year. We don't have a game every weekend or regional competitions to build up to our nationals. We have 2 minutes on stage to execute the routine in prelims and in finals, hopefully, if we make it. So the pressure of hitting the routine and that one space and time is so great. And we try to talk about, building up milestones and not making it as much about you, but about the whole team. We more so want to live up to our team's potential and do it for the alumni that came before us. None of us on the team this year were on that first team that won the first two national championships. So we don't want to let that group down either, because all the teams before that worked so hard to get the team to a place where they can finally win at least one national championship. And we've been very fortunate that the past few years we've been successful in living up to that. But that pressure does become a lot bigger just because we know that the talent in the room has grown exponentially.
We have a really embedded model, particularly with the dance team. So I am around regularly. It's usually team talks. So a series of team talks are content given to the team as a whole, where we facilitate dialogue around positive self-talk, self-esteem, body image, confidence, resilience, and stress management.
We talk about perfectionism all the time with our sports psychologists because as a dancer, you're used to growing up looking in the mirror and being told how to be perfect. Like, you want to be a perfect little ballerina and do everything perfect. But once you get to this level, being perfect all the time is an unachievable standard. We talk about like coming to practice and being perfect isn't what's expected of us. It's 110% effort for you and everyone involved. It's not about whipping out a perfect routine because that's just never going to happen. We just roll with the punches and try to be the best that we can be each day.
That's another one that I talk about on the front end of things, the idea of perfectionism and how difficult it is in their sport, how hard it is to not take things personally when the scores are based on your body, what your body did versus a ball going into the hoop, something objective. So it's both, I think, a need to help them in some ways separate the sport from themselves as humans, like not taking that too personally to where it's like, oh, I'm a bad person because I got the score, etc.
We always talk about when we watch film back and go through all of our corrections and stuff like that, that we have to watch our first time through, look at the big picture. We're not allowed to watch ourselves. We're not allowed to nitpick everything that we've done in the one run that we did that day. We have to look at how the team got better that day. And we always circle up at the end and do a gratitude circle at the end of practice, which has been really helpful for us to focus on all the good things that went well that day and areas we can improve in the future. But it takes the burden off your shoulders knowing that other people probably didn't even notice what you messed up that day. So
being respected within our own industry is really important to us. And so I think as we've worked to gain that, I think it's helped curb and educate our own Ohio State community as well to kind of come around and see that, it is a pretty demanding athletic endeavor, at least on the competitive side.
So it's kind of an interesting sport in that we play that dual role, but it really is so fun and like such an honor to be able to be on the sidelines and cheer for everyone, because that's some of the most fulfilling memories that we all have from the team is getting to meet the little girl in the cheer uniform at the football game that says she wants to be just like you when she grows up. Like, that's so fun for us to see too.
Getting to Ohio State, no matter what sport you're playing, is a really big accomplishment. And so like with the pressure, I always say like pressure comes with privilege, and there's a privilege of wearing Ohio State on your chest. It's because you put a lot of years of hard work and dedication and into your craft.
Knowing that everyone is putting in that amount of effort, and how many people put in that much effort before us and didn't get the national championship, they put in the same amount of hours, worked just as hard, and didn't get the result they wanted. So we know that we have to put that in for them, and we have to put it in for ourselves, because if we don't, we're going to look back and be like, we wish we would have done more.